Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, the Rock of Seattle. I'm about to make a reference. I think everybody knows Doogie Howser, right?
I would hope so.
Yeah.
PH is still around.
Joey, Sarah, Doogie Howser, yes or no?
No, not so. You're a bad parent. I mean, that's on you. I mean,
I know the reference. Well, I know the reference. I've never seen the show.
Okay, so there you go. And Vicky probably because it was on Family Guy or her father.
No, not my dad, probably. But you guys have also talked about Doogie Howser. That's all you say when you talk about Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah.
Aside from White Castle and all that, but...
Well, that was how we all first met Neil Patrick Harris.
You guys.
No, all of us. All ages. People in their 20s, their teens. Everybody knows it. Duh.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen like the video that's been spreading virally of like the first episode of Doogie Howser when like there's a teacher that's like trying to bone him and like, dude, 2022, that would not fly.
Oh, no.
Because it's very awkward. Like there's like a female teacher
What?
that's like putting the moves on him. If
I don't remember that episode.
Not teacher. It might have been like a fellow doctor or something. That's what I meant. Sorry. And he's obviously an underage doctor. And it's just awkward and it's very uncomfortable to watch just because, you know, but back then that was quote unquote funny. It's just different.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Because it's just like now as we've like learned, and you start watching something like that, and you're like, oh, this was like completely cool, like in the eyes of like, you know, sitcom world.
Yeah, I mean, it was just not considered what is considered today.
Yeah, there's a scene where it's like, yeah, this teacher brings him into, not teacher, sorry, again, a doctor or a nurse brings him into like a private room at the hospital, and it's just like, yeah, let's do it. And he's like, well, I'm 13.
Yeah.
She's like, I don't care. I like younger men.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a different kind of way. What year is this? Do we know?
It's got to be 80s.
Yeah.
Right?
I think you're right, Steve. So here we are 40 years ago. A different kind of viewpoint.
Late 80s, early 90s, 89, 93, so 30 years
So that was 1989 if that was the first episode.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah, like Doogie's just like, no, I want to be a doctor. And she's like, no, you want to do me. And it's like, what the hell's going on?
Yeah. And, you know, there was nobody that considered that to be a bad thing. I mean, a lot of us probably...
She even dropped his pants in it.
Whoa! Wow. That's...
This was like a sitcom.
That was considered a thing. Like there was... yeah, wow. Oh, and it was...
And she was pranking him. Spoiler alert. Okay, yeah.
Well, does it make it better that it was a prank?
No,
not at all.
Traumatized him at work, man. HR nightmare. Thank you.
He's pissed, actually. He's not happy
Well, he
about
stormed
it.
off and his pants are off.
Yeah.
Poor Doogie.
Wow.
No wonder why I did a bunch of Molly and Harold and Kumar.
Yeah, right?
Every part of that thing was wrong. I mean, first, the pranking of the kid. That's the second part. Of course, the first part was the, hey, this could happen. And the second part, they're pranking the poor bastard.
Okay, welcome. I know that you're like a little prodigy, but welcome. We're going to F with you.
Yeah.
Bad.
Wow. Hell, 1989 television.
Well, yeah, sitcoms were a lot different back then.
Yeah, they were. Well, the reason I'm bringing this up, and this is a tough story to go into now, 13-year-old Elliot Tanner of Minnesota is set to graduate from the University of Minnesota next month because Doogie, of course, was a child prodigy.
Oh, wow.
Very, very intelligent. And this kid, University of Minnesota, getting a major. He's majoring in physics and a minor in math, and he's set to graduate and get his doctorate after that. Here is Elliot talking about how he hasn't felt stuck out, that he's stuck out on campus or in his classes. He doesn't feel like he sticks out at all.
Sometimes there's sort of a wow period for maybe a week or two, but then everyone just sort of gets used to seeing me in class, and it just becomes a sort of normal occurrence.
Elliot, was there any opportunity at all where somebody was inappropriate and then they were pulling a prank on you? We just need to know so we can get you the proper attention.
Dude, this is such a trip because I'm looking at it. I don't know why, but I just assumed, okay, well, he's like obviously a lot smarter than all of us. But
Sure.
I was thinking, okay, he's going to look like a very mature 13-year-old. He looks just like what you'd expect, like any like silly 13-year-old would look like, and he's walking around on campus. I'd be thinking, oh, he's looking for his older brother or sister.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Right?
Or mom or dad who's a professor.
That could be too.
Yeah.
He dresses like Sheldon does, or Leonard from The Big Bang Theory. Like that's the I feel like this
Kind
is
of
Sheldon.
vibes,
Like
Yeah. Geez, and his mom looks, I guess his mom should look very young because he's not that old himself.
I mean, the whole family looks like they're not old enough to be where they are.
Right?
Wow. Here, in this clip, here's Elliot talking about his future goals.
We're just kind of been exploring all our options and coming up with dead ends, trying to apply to any scholarships or grants, fellowships, and we have not been successful.
Actually, it was her mom. I think the audio got screwed up, but that's her mom. Basically, they had to do a GoFundMe because of they couldn't afford to send him to like grad school and things along those lines.
Well, you'd think somebody would just give this kid a scholarship because he's that young. I mean, they give people scholarships because they're outstanding in athletics. This kid is obviously outstanding in academics.
Yeah,
Why
wouldn't
would
they want that as like even like a PR type of thing?
Yeah. I mean, Harvard's trying to make
Use
themselves
that
look
13-year-old as their mascot. Damn it!
Yeah, definitely. Look, whatever you got to do to get the money, though, make him a mascot as long as he gets to go to school for free.
But I did read he wants to one day like become a teacher there, and I'm like,
wow.
man, I don't know. I'm guessing if like I'm a teacher there, I'd be like, dude, you go do something even bigger than that. Like you can probably you can own the world. That's how smart you are.
Wow, 13 years old, and he's already graduated college, ready to do his doctorate.
Oh, look, everyone's helping him with the grad school thing. He's got 31,000 raised so far out of the 44,000, BJ.
Oh, good for him.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what, like by 15, he's going to be a doctor.
Yeah. Isn't that something?
Dr. Elliot.
Yeah, could you imagine him coming up and talking to you or like diagnosing you or having to deal with all of that stuff?
Yeah. I don't know if he's going to be that kind of doctor, but he's definitely going to be like a smarty pants.
Yeah, I was thinking more of like the doctorate kind of a thing, but that would be pretty funny if
If he wasn't Doogie Howser, sure. If he came and started
I'm
just
just
examining
thinking
you.
Doogie Howser style.
Would you want to go that? I mean, look, he's very smart, and I don't know what I can't put myself in those shoes. Ever.
Okay, I'm glad you just said that because I feel like whatever question you're going to ask, you're just not going to be able to figure it out.
No,
all right.
But would you want to go to college at 13? Or would you want to be at the same grade as like all the other kids that are your
Well,
age?
if that's your life, though, like to where you just maybe you've just never fit in with your own age group. I've known kids like that before. They're just like, you're like, what are you doing in this class? Because you're clearly smarter than all of us. Like at that point, maybe it makes sense.
When I was younger, I sure as heck didn't want to go backwards and play older video games. I know now, for a lot of people now, it can be nostalgic, but I remember I wanted to play the next level. I didn't want to go back and do like, oh, hey, I got used to an Xbox. Let me go back to my Atari. There's just I didn't. So maybe that's the same way for him, where it's like, I don't want to go, I want to learn better stuff and stuff that's more challenging, maybe.
It just shows in my mind because I'm like, yeah, you're missing out on all the best parts of college. It's just like, being able to be old enough to go party and hang out with your fellow. He probably doesn't care about
He
that.
can get that again when he actually turns 20. He'll go back and party
When he owns the college.
Yeah.
It's just like,
I'm going to be a student, guys.
So
That's so wild. They're like, hey, man, what frat are you with? I'm the dean.
I own the frats. I'm in all the frats. I own them all.
Wow,
So it says, what's he going to do? Like root beer cake stands in college?
Yeah, there you go.
That's not horrible, actually.
I like that idea.
That sounds disgusting.
Root beer's fantastic.
I love root beer. I don't know if I want a cake stand.
How about a root beer float cake stand? Let's make that happen.
Oh, just had that ice cream. Good luck with you.
See, little did this kid know all he had to do was buy the Harvard and MIT shirt, and then he could still get that clout.
Yeah,
like we did.
Which clearly is easier to get into because I still haven't gotten my Princeton shirt. So it's a lot harder to get into Princeton than it is to MIT.
That is.
I think it comes on Friday. That's when I finally graduate from Princeton.
Good luck with that.
We are really disrespecting this intelligent person.
What the hell? He had to actually work hard and have a GoFundMe. All we had to do is drop $15.99 on a certain website.
You guys are the same. You're absolutely right. You guys are on the same level as this Elliot kid.
And last I checked, Princeton and Harvard's better than the University of Minnesota.
That's
true.
Got him.
Dropped it on him, didn't you?
Yeah. It's time to start trolling this 13-year-old.
Appropriately, okay? Let's do it
course.
appropriately, not like they used to do back in the 80s.
We're not going to pull a Doogie Howser on it. We're just going to show off our shirts and say, suck it.
Yeah. Okay, maybe not suck it.
All right,
Maybe
fine.
Let's try something else. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, what's a good insult to someone who's 13?
I don't think there's probably any insult at this point that can't get us arrested.
Maybe we can just move on.
We smarter than you.
That's it.
Oh, yeah.
We're gooder than you.
We're gooder than you.
That's the one right there.
We're the goodest.
Yeah, you too.
Kid.
The most best.
You two make me proud.
Hashtag. I can't say that either.
No, you really can't say anything.
Nope.
Wow.
Hashtag. You're poop head.
Hashtag you're a poop head.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty grade school right there. So
you're just like this kid, except the other direction. You're like at a 4th grade level.
Yes.
I'm going backwards and he's going up.
All right.
I think I just got left back to 3rd grade, BJ.
Yeah, you're the Benjamin Button of education. Look at you. All right. Hey, what would a guy have to do to get no one from his family to show up to his wedding? Well, Steve's going to tell you. He's got the Mix Report for you at 6:17 on The Rock.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Well informed on the issues of the day? Not this guy. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Mix Report.
Well, thanks, you guys, and thanks to Beacon Plumbing, Heating, Septic, and Mechanical for giving us the Mix Report. And today is a day that I celebrate every day, and that's Stop Wasting Food Day.
Oh,
eat it all.
Oh, congratulations.
Right. I remember in college I was known for the guy, if someone didn't finish something, I'd be like, are you going to finish that?
Oh, yeah.
And then I would finish their sandwich.
Yeah.
It's also National Prime Rib Day, so maybe order a big-ass prime rib and don't put it to waste.
Oh, and or have a guy like Steve around.
Yep. And oddly enough, I think we talked about it yesterday when we were talking about the guy that was dipping his hot dog in his cup of beer. And I was like, well, my mom used to take those devil dogs and dip them in her coffee.
Great idea.
That was basically breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or all three for my mom. Well, today is National Devil Dog Day, oddly enough.
It's National Devil Dog Day? I don't even know if people from this area know what a devil dog is.
Only if they listen to our show, because I think at least once a year we end up talking about the greatness that is the devil dog.
Maybe it's this day.
Vicky says yes, but how do you know, Vic, from us?
From us.
Yeah, mostly from you.
Yeah.
You learned it by listening to us.
Yeah, it was Hostess's competitor, Drake's, but which was an East Coast, I think, thing. I don't know how many people out west ever had Drake's products, but they were a Hostess competitor.
Oh, they were so good. The devil dogs are awesome. It's just like two soft, like chocolatey cakes with a cream filling.
Yeah.
You can get them on Amazon.
And they look like a little dog, a hot dog.
Oh, order some for us, Vic.
All right.
All right, don't do it, though.
I'll eat 'em.
I'm on the diet.
Yeah, I mean, I don't need that in my life. I've had a lot of devil dogs. I don't need to.
It's been a long time. I wonder if they still taste the same. See,
now we got to order them if we got.
Yeah, now we have
They
to.
have the fudge dipped ones too.
No, we
now.
don't need to get all fancy with
fudge dip.
Oh, now all you're bougie with this, huh?
Yeah. Wow. I mean, how do we not try the fudge dip?
Yeah, right. For science.
It does look good.
Yeah. We have to get a regular and a fudge dip,
Get
right?
one of each. Yeah. This vibes.
All right, Danny's going to pay you, so you can order. Danny
That's
will pay.
like the corn dog equivalent for the devil dog.
Yeah.
Wow, it is.
Yeah. They had the devil dog, the ring ding.
This is a stoner conversation,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Which was a ding dong. Oh, the coffee cakes. I forgot about the
coffee cakes were my favorite.
Oh, and the funny bones. That's the peanut butter one, Steve.
You know, I never had the funny bone.
Oh, got to order one of those,
a peanut
too.
butter guy never had a funny bone.
I didn't even know they existed.
Oh, yeah.
At least when I was a kid, my mom did not give us. Maybe she wasn't a fan of the peanut butter. And the mini pound cakes. That seems like the most generic, like the most vanilla of them all.
Yeah, I'll take it. All right.
Well, I would eat all of those.
Yeah, we do.
now.
Yeah.
Okay, so the funny bones are just basically like a cylindrical, chocolate covered thing with peanut butter in there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Peanut butter.
Yeah, it's a shaft shaped treat.
Okay.
That's actually what it says on the box, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. No, it doesn't.
No, we're just kidding.
I believe you.
We believe he got us to. He's more gullible than me today.
All right, let's head to Japan, where there's a guy who I did not know this even existed, but of course, there's something for everyone. There's apparently something called fictosexual. You have any idea of what you think that is?
All right, it sounds like you're saying a bad word.
I'm not.
Okay, fictosexual?
Yep, Fictos sexual.
Well, all I can think of is fiction. Is it somebody who thinks they're sexual, but they're just pretending?
I mean, you're kind of going down the right path.
Okay.
Being sexually attracted to a fictional character.
Boom.
There.
Nailed it.
Nice work, Vicky.
Yeah,
Good job.
Kind of, Rev. Well, apparently, he's attracted to fictional characters, this guy, and he's known as, like I said, a fictosexual. And apparently, he decided to marry a fictional computer synthesized pop singer by the name of Hatsune Miku.
Okay, I guess this is a popular person, not popular and non-person.
Clearly not in our world. It almost feels like, is it like Gem from like Gem in the?
Oh, maybe.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but it's an actual doll, a fictional looking character.
I get it. She looks very much like she's CGI gal.
It's kind of like anime-esque.
Yeah, some anime chick.
Well, he married her.
Oh, good for her or him or I mean,
wow, it's a lovely couple.
Yeah.
But apparently you're the only one that's happy for them, Rev, because nobody from his family showed up. He invited people from his family, but nobody from his family showed up to his wedding.
Damn.
Well, yeah, I can't imagine they would.
I would have.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but you'd be the only one there. What are you going to do? Are you the bridesmaid and the best man? All of it?
If need be, I'll step up.
All right.
I want to watch them dance their first dance.
Yeah, me too.
Clearly, nobody in his family has a sense of humor.
Yeah, and look, he could be doing a lot worse things. It's like, all right, this is what Jimmy's doing. What are we going to do? Jimmy is this way. We'll just, as long as he's not hurting anybody.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it is weird. I don't think we can say it's not something you'd expect to have happen at a wedding.
But it's
got like a little hologram version of her.
Oh, okay.
So which one did he marry? He has a stuffed animal version. Which one showed up to the wedding? Or all of them did?
Well, I think maybe the more realistic one, the one that I think you probably could hug and hold. And
he probably invited all of them since he had a lot of empty seats.
Yeah, that's a good
Nobody
point.
showed up to his wedding.
Wow, that's so... but that's a thing, fictosexuality. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Well, now you know. That's what I'm here for, man, to open your eyes to a whole different world.
Yes, thank you.
So then if I'm in love with Black Widow, that's the same thing, right?
If you marry it?
I mean, I don't know how I could marry it, but I guess I could get a Black Widow doll.
Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
I mean,
get an action figure. I mean, I'm ordained. I'll do it for you, buddy.
I'm not in love with ScarJo. I'm just in love with Black Widow.
Right.
That's the difference. So Scarlett Johansson's got nothing to worry about because I understand that she's not, she's her, but Black Widow's who I'm in love with.
What if you want to marry Black Widow? Would you be able to get Scarlett Johansson to show up as Black Widow so you can marry the character, not her? So she's still not married.
Oh, so she'd be in character.
Yes.
Ooh.
This feels like a really weird episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah, it really does. I suppose if an actor could be paid and that's her gig, if I was super rich, I go just show up once in a while as Black Widow and then you can be my mate.
I'm hiring you to marry me and be my what? Not you personally, but the character that you play. So I want to make love to the character, not you, Scarlett Johansson. But you have to. This is an acting job.
Boy, this is not going to work. It's a slippery slope, is what it is.
I feel like it's a hard no.
Yeah, I don't think there's no slope there at this one.
Unless you got a lot of money, it's hard to say no to that.
All right, I love the headline to this story because it just says a lady who was likely on drugs got busted on 420 for driving with a missing tire.
There we go.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Wow, that's some good 420 action. Or she went harder.
Where did this happen? Vancouver, British Columbia. Woo! Screw you, Canucks. Especially for yesterday. A bunch of people called 911 because they saw a car swerving back and forth on a busy street. The police showed up. They're like, oh, well, that person's missing a tire.
Yeah.
The front one didn't have a tire on it, so she was driving on the rim. And they said, yep, probably on drugs. That's why they tested her. They haven't revealed the results just yet. But last Wednesday, when this happened, was April 20th, which is, of course, the weed smokers' day.
Oh.
And so they believe maybe she was a little bit on the ganja.
Oh, you think she was doing the ganja?
Yep. All right.
Well, that's still a lot of weed to be able to drive around with no tire.
You got to be really messed up.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking it was harder than that.
I mean, it could have been. At least they just assumed that there could have been other stuff besides the weed, but definitely they feel like the weed might be involved as well.
Party. Yeah.
Hey, speaking of Vancouver, like I said, you guys stink because, man, Canucks, I'm just not going to watch the Kraken play the Canucks ever.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't seem like it ever goes well.
What the heck?
They were down 3-0, and I'm like, oh, this game. And of course, then the Kraken find a way to make it exciting.
Yeah.
It ends up being 3-2. It's like 3-2.
Yeah.
And it's 4-2, and then they end up losing 5-2.
You shouldn't have watched it because of the theory.
I don't want to talk about your theory.
Yeah, sorry.
I saw that third goal, then I'm like, I'm turning this back off.
See? Red nose.
Yeah, I gave up on that point.
Same. I was like, I don't feel like watching this. This is not going well. And then I turn it back on. It's 3-2. I'm like, I'm back in. You sucked me back in.
You missed the good goals.
Yeah. And then I put it back on. Canucks score. It's 4-2. I'm like, clearly I'm bad luck. Yep. And I turned it off, and I woke up this morning hoping that maybe I was the good luck charm by not watching.
No,
that's not the case.
It really doesn't matter what you do. You're just an albatross no matter where you are.
Well, tonight, what do? Do I watch them? Do I don't? You can go to the game or you don't. They're at home taking on the Los Angeles Kings, the second to last game of the season for our Seattle Kraken.
Yeah.
Tonight, big game for the Seattle Sounders, right, Danny?
Yeah.
It's the CONCACAF Finals, leg number 1. It's game number 1 of 2.
In Mexico.
In Mexico versus Pumas.
Oh, and leg number 2 comes here?
Next Wednesday.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. As Marshawn Lynch said, it's a big effing game.
Yeah.
So we really, if we lose, we want to lose close, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
don't want to lose big.
Or we want to at least, I want it to be kind of close the whole time, so that way next Wednesday is like an epic game. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to go into it too, I mean, it would be great if we would go into it really comfortable, but at the same time, it's like, I want that adrenaline.
Oh, I want them to slap the taste off the Puma's mouth.
There you go.
Win like 4-1. Dude, yeah.
And the reason being is that because of an aggregate, it means whoever basically scored the most goals of each team wins a game.
What's that?
If they both win a game,
Well, yeah.
then that's when all the goals total matter, as opposed to obviously if we lose both games, it's out, right?
Yeah, and there's also home field advantage and stuff. So
Yeah.
if the Sounders score there, it means more than if they score here.
Oh, does it really?
Yeah.
Whoa!
That's always
This
been
is
the
very
case.
confusing.
Yep.
It's always been confusing.
Yeah,
It's always been confusing.
Oh, I didn't know the goals were worth more depending on where you score.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're on the road and you score, it's worth more when they're trying to figure out who won the game.
Right.
Wow.
The series.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm confused, but thanks for coming.
Go Sounders!
Go Sounders. That's all you got to care for. Just
Okay.
win. Just win. And
Just win.
And win
Yeah.
big.
Make it easy for everyone.
Speaking of winning big, how about the Mariners?
Yeah.
8-4. They're 4th straight. They've won 9 of their last 11, beating Tampa. Man, Logan Gilbert,
Yeah.
5
He's ridiculous.
2/3 scoreless innings, 2 hits. He's only given up 1 run this entire season, in 1 earned run in the 4 games that he's played. And that 1 earned run happened in his first game in the first inning. Since then, he has not given up crap, BJ.
That is pretty amazing.
It's nuts.
And he's not the guy we were looking at to be that guy. We thought Robbie Ray was the. I mean, what a 1-2 punch if those two are going to be that way.
They play again today at 3:40. Also, speaking of baseball, I don't know if you caught the Reds-Padres game, BJ.
I did. What happened?
The greatest catch of all time happened, and it was a foul ball catch, and it wasn't a player that caught it.
Oh, really?
It was a fan. I'd put this right up there with the guy that was drinking a beer, and the ball, he caught the ball while he had the beer in his hand.
Okay, that's
This
a
is-
lofty catch that you're putting that up with.
This one's even better because he caught the ball while sitting, feeding his baby.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, literally had the bottle in his child's mouth while another guy's trying to catch the foul ball. He just reaches up and catches the ball. Here's the play-by-play of what happened.
Bicep soreness. Pops it up. Nice job. While feeding the baby. Wow. Holds the bottle, no spillage, baby in perfect bliss, and a souvenir. Nice. That's sensational. That is.
The best part is he beat out a guy who was standing and was jumping for the ball. I'm like, you stink at catching, buddy.
Yeah, the dude knew he got wrecked, too, because as soon as he missed that ball, he just turned around and was like, I'm done.
If I'm the team, I walk over there with a onesie, a team onesie for the kid.
Yes. I think I walk over with a contract. That's what I do. I mean, that's amazing if the guy can catch that.
The funny part is that this isn't the only time in the last couple of days that a baseball player or a fan holding a baby has caught a ball. It also happened to a Mariners fan.
What?
And it wasn't during the actual game. It was like in between innings. J.P. Crawford was leaving. You know how like sometimes the players, they'll just be like, let me throw a ball to a fan.
Oh,
JP's walking to the dugout, sees a fan with a child in his hands and like makes eye contact and is like, oh, I'm sending you that ball. And he perfectly throws it right in the guy's hand.
Wow.
The guy catches it, one-handed grab, place goes nuts. J.P. Crawford says on Twitter, I'm going to be staying in Seattle this offseason if y'all need somebody. In other words, he'll be a babysitter.
Oh, I see what you're
That's
saying.
amazing.
Dude, I have to tell you, JP, you got to be, I mean, obviously he's a Gold Glove winning shortstop, so it makes sense. Because throwing a ball at a guy with a baby, not necessarily what I would do.
Especially in a sea of other fans. Like, he you could tell he locked eyes with that one dude and got it right in his hand.
Dude, he's as good as our old peanut buddy, Rick the Peanut Guy.
Yes.
Who's now by RIP. But yeah, I mean, Rick used to be that good with throwing peanuts at people. Look at JP.
He just keeps doing things to make him my favorite Mariner right now. I got to pull the trigger, get the number 3 jersey.
Let's do it.
All right.
Do it. I mean, the guy just signed, like you said, signed a deal, and he might be the best fielding shortstop in baseball, so come on.
There is that website where I can maybe get it for $15.
Oh, here we go. Overseas delivery, please come through.
Hey, as far as weather, 55 degrees is going to be our high. It's going to be cloudy today. Thanks to Law Tigers for giving us the Migs Report, and that's what's up.
Yesterday, Steve did get this one wrong.
What does the WD stand for in WD-40?
Oh, what?
No.
Boy, oh boy.
Wet drain.
No.
Water dispenser.
No.
Wow, damn.
No.
Wow, damn.
In your defense, you thought we said, what does WAD mean? And you were thinking of your favorite song.
Oh, that's right.
Dear.
No, it wasn't that. No. Yeah. We're looking for water displacements. You want a shot at beating Steve? You got it. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast is brought to you by bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne, who's ready to answer your questions about bankruptcy. Travis, is it true that if you filed for bankruptcy once, you can't file again?
Even if you filed bankruptcy before, you can almost certainly file bankruptcy again. Different types of bankruptcies have different time limits between filings. In Chapter 7, full bankruptcy, you can only file Chapter 7 once every 8 years. However, you can almost always file a Chapter 13 case. Chapter 13 cases can be filed immediately following a Chapter 7. They can be filed immediately following a prior Chapter 13 case. Chapter 13 is a reorganization plan, so there will be some type of monthly payment, but it's based on your budget and your ability to afford that payment. So Chapter 13 is an option in almost all cases, even with a prior bankruptcy filing.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.